A movie with CGI of quality directly proportional to the amount of effort put into the script. Edited by a 12-year-old violating Doritos on his keyboard with a whopping budget of $7. A movie directed by Shayne Dyke. A movie written by Shayne Dyke. A movie starring Shayne Dyke and his 4 girlfriends always wrapped around his arms. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 360p piece of garbage that is called the Titanic 2, which is not in any way related to Titanic 1, but it's still called Titanic 2 because why not? Also, this is a very new channel and these videos take days to make, so please make sure to like the video if you enjoy it and comment which movie I should retell next. And yeah, I watched Titanic 2 before watching Titanic 1, so enjoy. A movie produced by Studio Asylum because that's exactly where they belong. A movie with a good message about global warming being the only good thing in the entire 1 hour and 29 minutes. A movie so good that is free on YouTube to watch at the whopping quality of 360p. Featuring a guy who thinks that he can punch his way out of an explosion. A female lead nurse. Oh my god, she's bleeding. What do we do? It's not like we ride in the infirmary. Give me your credit card. What the fuck? So meet this guy swimming in the middle of fucking nowhere. And as he swims, a piece of an atrociously edited glacier breaks off, causing a huge wave that drowns him. Guess who saw that coming? Are you bored? Here's a nice shot of the female lead. Meet 2 blondies who are totally in love with the main character coming out of his 360p 3GP helicopter with his 4 girlfriends. And he's also her ex and the person who had a brilliant idea to make this ship called
the Titanic 2!
And guess what? Not only did he direct the movie and write the script, he also designed the ship in the movie. This dude just wrote himself as his dream life version in the movie. Then we get to find out from Amy's father, who is a Coast Guard officer, that the ship barely passed inspection, but who cares, right? It's not like the 4th ship that was never meant to sink so hard. So like the fucking dumbass that she is, she also brushes it off. You know, just saying personally that I would never get onto a ship that is even remotely close to the Titanic, let alone be its successor. Meet the girl who is mad when some other girls come to meet the MC.
Joining me on this day that'll go down in this nation's history.
Not just the day, you all are going into the history books. And so the Titanic sails. The Titanic made out of not metal but PNGs and JPEGs. And we don't just have JPEG ships but also JPEG jet planes. And on the other side, our Coast Guard officer has reached the glacier that looks so real and is clearly not made out of green screens.
How long do we have before it collapses?
But when it does, the entire North Atlantic will be devastated by the shockwave.
And that's exactly why I invited you here instead of going to a safer place to chat. Because the writer said that we need more drama in the movie. And I'm just gonna totally ignore my co-captains saying the ship might fail because the engines haven't been tested yet, because the writer needs foreshadowing. And so the glacier breaks with this guy just swooping down into the abyss with visual effects even Hollywood struggles to replicate.
How was that?
So after some bad CGI of ice breaking, they somehow managed to get onto the helicopter just in time and inform everyone to stay away from the icebergs because there's a huge tsunami coming. And our MC Shayne Dyke is like,
James, I know looks can be deceiving, but can I remind you this is Titanic 2?
and that's exactly why you should go back. Don't you see history repeating itself? Plus the ship is so shit it might just sink without anything bad even happening to it. And he also says, this ship has state-of-the-art ice detectors. Ice detectors? Ice detectors? Ice detectors? What are they gonna do? What are you gonna detect ice? There's fucking ice coming your way. It's gonna break your ship in half. Get out. And also we have this scene of a submarine.
Let's get this cigar smoking.
What the fuck? What are you, Andrew Tate? And that's clearly a freaking green screen outline, I see. And then after a while the submarine gets hit by a glacier, leaving us to forever wonder why the fuck did it not just go down instead of going right and left. It's a fucking submarine, isn't it? So they start taking the ship back at a safe speed of 40 knots and the MC is like, take it to 50. To which the co-captain angrily replies by saying that the ship's engines will break if they increase the speed any further. And Shayne Dyke is like,
She's built for speed.
she is built for speed is like saying that you should drink 2 cans of Coke every day because your body is built to digest. What the fuck does that even mean? They should change Shayne Dyke's name to Insane Van Dyke. So now the ship's engines break, leaving the ship stuck in the middle of a tsunami that's coming. See what you did, Shayne Dyke? You did this. Everyone who dies today, their blood is on your hands. And so the captain tells everyone to acquire their life vests and everybody starts panicking, which I understand. But why the fuck are you all yelling as if someone ripped your nail off? Nothing happened yet. Save some screaming for later, man. And so the glacier finally hits the boat in a scene where you can barely see anything to make out what the fuck just happened. And now Mr. Officer starts talking to a guy on land whose teeth are in worse condition than my mental health somehow. And by the way, did I tell you that there's another tsunami coming? And what the fuck are these lifeboats, bro? They look like a submarine and a lifeboat had a baby and this thing came out. And this guy over here is like,
If anybody else comes, make sure they get on with you, sir.
oh, but not you. He literally just murdered this guy by leaving him behind. And yeah, did I tell you that the helicopter was running out of fuel, so they got another plane to fuel them mid-air. Then somehow the plane got hit by the tsunami? Let me tell you that again. The plane got hit by... Bro, how's this tsunami reaching the fucking stratosphere? And check out the smile on her face as the plane explodes. And guess what? The elevator got stuck because of a gas leak explosion on the ship. And then they get a phone call from Amy's father who tells them that their best bet is to stay on the ship because there's another tsunami coming. And I'm just wondering, man, like how are they getting signal in the middle of nowhere while being stuck in an elevator which is stuck in a ship in the middle of an ocean? I can't even get the signal when I stand next to the fucking tower. So Shayne, Van Dyke and gang start to climb out of the elevator. And then they come across this door which is jammed, so Shayne has to keep the door open using his axe so that Amy can get through. But since Amy ate too many burritos before coming onto the ship, she cannot get through. After which Kelly tries to assist Shayne in keeping the door open but somehow ends up falling into the door and instantly dying. Is that even possible? Anyway, so they make it through the door onto the next obstacle where Mr. Electric Wire is waiting for them. So they do some hardcore parkour to cross the electrocuted pond. And after a while, they finally reach the room with the scuba diving suit. But guess what? There's only one. So Shayne Van Dyke, being the hero that he wrote himself as, gives the mask and the suit to Amy. And then hits the tsunami, killing everyone in the lifeboats and flipping the ship upside down. So she puts her mask on and Shayne Van Dyke slowly starts to drown. But then Amy's dad jumps off the helicopter, saves his daughter from inside the sinking ship, and since the helicopter was out of fuel, the pilot decides to just crash it into the water instead of doing a slow descent. Guess he read the script. So yeah, the scientist, Amy and her dad survive the end. Anyways, like, subscribe, whatever. Bye.